partners keep leveraging funds to support scalable business models to be replicated across borders and facilitate matchmaking between the manufacturing sector and the banking sector to unleash and upscale these investments. As we've done today with my presentation, develop and disseminate new evidence for policy making and negotiations so that we can all learn at an international level from the challenges companies face across borders. Thank you very much.
And may I now please welcome Mr. Manuel Romero from Pantherine Water Solutions and Mr. Burak Kurkan from Rumforce to develop the keynote presentation on the technical overview of the Water Reuse Project Initiative. Thank you.
Hi, good morning everyone, and thank you very much for being here. So, I'm going to talk about the technical part of the water recovery. But before starting, as we said before, this is a teamwork. We cannot do this alone, and this is why the importance of this consortium is paramount. Just who is Pantherine in a nutshell? Well, we are a water and wastewater treatment solution provider. We're an Italian company. We have international presence. As a matter of fact, we are here in Bangladesh because this is where everything started for us. This is our main market, and this is where we have more than 80 effluent treatment plants. We can say that we have grown along with the Bangladeshi market. We are very happy to be here for that reason. And we are also part of the Zero Discharge of Hazardous Chemicals Association, just like Primark and H&M. So this is very important for us because we like to contribute as much as we can with technology by sharing the knowledge in this area, because as we said, we cannot do this together. We cannot do this alone. And more about the teamwork. You will get to see the results shortly, actually, but we're not focusing on water price here. We're focusing on water value, and which is very important because we're not talking about only the technical part. We're talking about also the social part and everything that works around the water treatment, the water usage, and the wastewater treatment. The teamwork with the stakeholders is infinite. We would like to thank Fakir because they gave us huge technical support, but also we got great support from partners, of course, but also from partners such as WaterAid in the gender equality and social inclusion, which is a huge part of this project, and it will be also highlighted and featured in the final report. As well, we would like to talk about the trade barriers that sometimes we encounter. For example, Lorenzo was talking about non-tariff trade barriers. We have had a great cooperation with Fakir also in importing the goods, in making it happen with logistics. So this is another example of this. And of course, SMEP, SMEP, they've been giving us great support also in terms of logistics, in terms of examples and how to move forward, integrating everything together. This is a very general diagram of the treatment. We are not going to deep dive into that because, shortly we're going to be able to touch it, to be able to see that, how it works and what happens when we treat the water and what the results are. Basically, we get the outlet from the effluent treatment plant, and from there we go to the filtration and filtration section. We go to reverse osmosis and we recover the water. This looks very simple, but you will see that there are stages involved in that. And I would also like to thank all my colleagues because speaking here from you somehow is easy, right? But all the work that has been done behind the scenes is huge. You will be able to see how we can simplify this with just some blocks, but there's a lot of hard work and heart behind this. And also it's important to mention that we're not just trying to recover the water no matter how. This is a sustainable approach, meaning we're trying to find the amount of water that we can recover without having to as we said. This is why this is not a zero discharge treatment. This is a treatment of wastewater to be recycled and reused in the factory, and the product can be sustainable both economically and also environmentally, without recovering water but maybe generating more greenhouse emissions. No, our goal is to keep a balance. That's the main goal here, and this is why we would like to have this, as a pilot plan, let's say, for this kind of projects in this country. And to make sure that any reject that we have with this system is also compliant with the local and international guidance, to make sure that we have a sustainable solution. Because sustainability doesn't mean just recovering the water no matter how. It's recovering it wisely. Okay, just a general technical overview. The main units are filtration, ultrafiltration, and reverse osmosis. The filtration unit is used mostly to remove the suspended solids. This is, just technically speaking, a filter which is automatically backwashed, and it has a 10 micron filtration rate. That means 0.01 millimeters. So that's very fine filtration. But talking about fine filtration, afterwards we go to ultrafiltration, because you need to remove not only solids but also colloids and virus and bacteria from the wastewater. With ultrafiltration we go to a filtration rate of 0.01 microns. That means 0.00001 millimeters. So that's very fine. But when we go to reverse osmosis, that is the best-in-class treatment. Why? Because here we will remove also all the color, the salinity, hardness, all the elements that we do not wish to have in a dye house. For example, here you will see the water as it normally comes out of the ETT without the colorant agent used, I think. Just with a biological treatment, you would get the result on the left. After ultrafiltration, you get the central result. You can see the water is still colored, but it's limpid because we have removed all the turbidity. And finally, we have the recycled water with reverse osmosis treatment, which is completely transparent and can safely be used in the dye house, not only for the dyeing purposes, but also, for example, for the boiler units that require high purity water. This is one summary that we have of our presentation, that we would like to guarantee two final streams. One high purity water that is recycled back into the system, and one that is complying with international guidelines nevertheless. We would like also to have a low energy, high efficiency solution. And for this, I would like to invite our consortium partner, Grundfos, Mr. Burak, in order to talk a little bit about the work that has been done. This work that has been done towards energy auditing and energy efficiency. Please, Burak, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Manuel. Good morning, all. It's a great pleasure to be being here today. My name is Burak Gürkan. I'm representing Grundfos today. I'm the head of industry, responsible from IMEA region, that's India, Middle East, Africa, that of course includes Bangladesh as well. And it is so exciting to be here for a number of reasons. The first reason is when I first heard about this project about two and a half years ago, it got me so excited because it's a great opportunity to be able to apply the technologies that exist that is going to really help the economy, the community, but at the same time for letting us being here in Grundfos to be part of this great journey together with you. Thank you. Let me just give a few words about Grundfos. Grundfos is a water and energy climate solutions company. This is how we define ourselves. Even though we do have a number of solutions, water treatment solutions all across
এটা তো উইথ তো
the
কম
very
লিখতেছে
existence,
সেই
the
জায়গাতে
reason of very existence of Grundfos is sustainability. That's why Grundfos exists, and that's our day job. That's my day job. That's how we define ourselves, and this is why
কাস্টমই করো না ওই 16/9 দাও হ্যাঁ এটাই
This is a great moment again to be here together with you guys because this is an outcome of a long journey, a huge project, a number of people, a number two pieces that are involved in it. One is the energy and the other one is the water. And when it comes to energy and water, since this is being the basis and the core of our business, what we do is we always go and help our customers, help our partners to figure out how we can save energy and how we can save water. Those are the two very critical, important pieces on our earth to be able to sustain our life here together. So this is not only required for the existence of the human being, but at the same time existence of the business as well. As we have seen a number of examples, without water we cannot work, and being able to reuse and efficiently use the water is the core of our business, and this is how we help people. And I've been visiting a number of customers, I've been visiting a number of companies all across Bangladesh, India, Vietnam, and different parts of the world, and there are so many examples by doing the simple investments into the plant, just like the ETP here, or the existing plants to be upgraded. There is so easy ways, so short terms of return on investments to be able to get the business up and running in a very short period of time. It's much better efficiency in energy and much better efficiency in water, just like this case. So when I look around this room and around these people who are together with us, helping us to run this project and recognizing this project, I see lots of willpower which we can do further, not only this pilot project but all across. We do have the technologies to make it much more efficient and sustainable all across. We do have the finances, as we have seen, who are willing to provide finance to take it even further. We do have the willpower to make it, and I just would like to wish that this pilot project at Fakir is going to help us to get this at a much larger scale and be able to apply all across Bangladesh, hopefully all across the world, to make sure that we value our resources, that is energy, that is water, and make sure that we live together in a much more sustainable future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manuel and Mr. Burak, for your highly technical overview. Now, moving on to the final part of today's program, may I please welcome Mr. Shah Mujahid Uddin, Director, Water Resource Planning Organization from Ministry of Water Resources, to deliver his speech as special guest for this event. Thank you.
Honorable guest, distinguished participant, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, a very good morning. I came here on behalf of DG WARPO. WARPO is working under the Ministry of Water Resources. I'm working here as a Director Technical. It is both great honor and privilege to be present with you today at the launch event of the enhanced Wastewater Management and Water Reuse Project, an initiative that is strongly aligned with Bangladesh's national commitment to sustainable and integrated water resource management. I extended my sincere appreciation to the organizers, including the 2030 Water Resources Group Fakir and also as UK government. I have some sweet memory with, in UK. When I was in UK, I did my post-graduation from University of Bedfordshire with the subject of project management, as well as I did my ongoing my PhD on waste management. I came here. I'm lucky enough that I synchronized 3 areas. One is my 7 years private job and 19 years in civil service, and also my academic perspective. I extended my sincere appreciation to all of the participants. As the director of the Water Resources Planning Organization, Ministry of Water Resources, I am pleased to highlight several of WARPO's ongoing initiatives in advancing integrated water resources management across the country. WET and Water Resources Planning Organization has developed a comprehensive water quality index to evaluate the health of surface water bodies throughout Bangladesh. This tool synthesizes physico-chemical and biological parameters into a single score, assisting stakeholders in identifying pollution hotspot and prioritizing mitigation actions. Water using scientific assessment and collaborative approaches, WARPO has identified key water stressed regions, especially in the districts of Rajshahi, Chapai-Nawabganj and Nauga, also extended the other district. Hopefully within short time, we will declare the stress area of that part. A recent study titled Groundwater Sustainability Assessment for Groundwater and Watershed Area by H&M. I read it, but I found the important issue and found the water level decreasing day by day in the whole country. However, we work on no objection certificate for groundwater abstraction in line with the Bangladesh Water Act 2013 and operationalized through the Bangladesh Water Rules 2018. WAPO has introduced a streamlined system for using NOCs. Every industry and other organization have to collect their permission from the WAPO. Ladies and gentlemen, the project we inaugurate today, embracing industrial water reuse and circular economy, is not merely a model for best practice but a strategic imperative given our current water stress scenario. Initiatives such as those led by Fakir Network, which aim to reduce groundwater dependency and implement zero discharge principles, serve as critical benchmarks for the sector and support both national policy and global SDG targets. However, when I was served as a deputy commissioner and district magistrate at Bandarban Hill district, I saw the scarcity of the water. And not only surface water, also the groundwater. But in some resort or some industry, they use always the recycle and reuse of the water because of their water scarcity.
আমরা তো মডেম দিয়েই করতেছি এই দেখেন ভাইয়া ভাইয়া
On behalf of the Director General from Department of Environment, Honorable Additional Director General, Mr. Saurabh Ali, on behalf of the DG,
You have already informed that Secretary to the Minister of Water Resources was supposed to attend here. On behalf of him, I am here to present the news. I am very happy to attend this project launching ceremony on water use and improve waste management demonstration site hosted by Prima Fakir Networks Limited, collaboration with World Bank's 2030 Water Resources Group. We know that industrialization is vital for our economy, growth, employment, and overall inclusive development of the country. At the same time, rapid industrialization often leads to environmental degradation. It is inevitable that industrialization significantly impacts water resources, we experiencing massive and detrimental effect on our water bodies. Significant numbers of rivers, canals have been lost, and due to unplanned and non-compliance industrialization. As industrialization and environmental issues are both critical and interconnected concerns. Effective water management requires strategies that balance industrial needs with environmental sustainability and public health. This includes implementing water efficient technologies, promoting responsible industrial wastewater research, and adopting integrated water management approaches. So, industrialists or manufacturers or entrepreneurs are needed to be more careful and act judiciously on this regard. And we hope that they will also adopt a balanced approach. We know that Ministry of Water Resources implemented a significant numbers of projects, especially in our flood-affected areas. But the ministry also has implemented a number of projects regarding excavation of rivers and canals. DND project is also a excavation project. So, to remain these projects sustainable, we support our industrialists, entrepreneurs, and manufacturers. I am personally very much convinced to learn that this project is compliance with goals of Natural Water Policy, Bangladesh Water Act 2013, and Bangladesh Delta Plan 2021. This project has adopted public-private partnership model. It is also encouraging to us. I hope that this project is encouraging to other manufacturers. They will also come forward to adopt water efficient technologies to reuse, discharge wastewater and integrated water management approaches as one of the part of their corporate social responsibility. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, Rabiul sir, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources, for his valuable remarks. Now moving on to the final stage of today's launching ceremony. Now may I please welcome Mr. Fakir Mashfiqur Fabi, Director, Fakir Netwares Limited, to deliver his final words and vote of thanks. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished guests, respected government representatives, development partners, industrial peers, and dear colleagues. A very warm welcome to you all. We are truly honored to have you with us today. This is a proud moment for Fakir Group, and we are grateful to be joined by our valued partners. As we mark an important milestone in our journey towards sustainable industry and responsible water use. As the writer Lauren Isley once said, I quote, "If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. But today, the magic is under serious threat." Let me take a moment to share with you why this work matters now more than ever. Why water matters. By year 2030, global water demand will exceed supply by 40%. Right now, 1 in 3 people still don't have access to clean or safe water. And here in Naranganj, we are seeing this crisis unfold before our eyes. Back in 1999, you could hit groundwater at just 45 feet. Today, you have to go down more than 244 feet. That's 5 times deeper than in just 25 years. This isn't just data. This is a red alert. Every day, over 250 million liters of water is being extracted in this area, further more than nature can replenish. This is no longer just a water shortage, it is a water emergency. Today we are taking a stand not just to launch a plan, but launch a vision. A future where water is valued, protected, and valued. Let's remember, only 0.5% of Earth's water is usable fresh water. Water isn't just for drinking, it is linked to food, energy, health, and our entire economy. A global water demand is expected to rise by 55% by 2050. If we don't act now, we risk running dry, not just literally, but socially and economically. So far at Fakir Group, our journey to address the water crisis has led us to successfully harvest rainwater and reuse treated domestic wastewater. Also with new innovations, we have shifted to 1 bath time, cutting our water usage by 50%. And we are also piloting the reuse of dye bath water for our future batches. But our efforts do not stop at technology. We are proud to be a part of Primark Water Stewardship Project with AWS, and we are actively contributing to H&M Group's Water Stewardship Program. When an SME project was proposed to Fakir Netwares, it presented a valuable opportunity for the company to advance in its efforts towards a water sustainable future. At Fakir Netwares, we aspire to be an example for our peers in the industry. Together, let's switch to a circular economy, turning intent into impact. Looking ahead, what we have done is just the beginning. Imagine brands, governments, factories, communities working together to secure a water future for all. Because this is just not about corporate social responsibility, this is about survival. On behalf of Fakir Group, thank you for your support, your partnership, and most of all, your shared commitment Let's build a water-secure future for Bangladesh together. The time to act is now, and the solution is in our hands. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your patient hearing. I think this basically concludes the Inception workshop. Before making the final conclusion, may I please welcome all our esteemed guests, our speakers for the session today on the stage for having a group photo. May I please welcome Fine Art team, H&M team, representing from ABF, as well as from WRD, SME Consortium for UNTAC, as well as our chief guests and special guests on stage for having a group photo. Please come up on stage. And of course, from our non-leaders, from the Fakir group, can I please welcome our director and also esteemed managing director on stage for having a group photo. Thank you. While we are organizing the group photo, may I please also mention a few housekeeping rules for our other valuable guests. So we are going to be arranging site visit to the reuse project, but due to logistic limitations, Fakir Detail has assured me that they are going to be organizing batch by batch visits for every one of you. So please feel free to start your lunch right now. Once we can accommodate people, we are going to So the invitation is open for you, both for lunch as well as for visiting the site. Thank you very much for your patient hearing, and let's now move on to the more exciting part. Thank you.
যাচ্ছে যাচ্ছে ক্যামেরা ঠিক আছে ক্যামেরা কি রেজুলেশন বাড়াইতে হবে দেখেন যাচ্ছে আসেন আসেন এটা এইটা আপনি যাবেন না আমি তো আগে একটা ভিডিও দিয়ে রাখছি ওনারাই ওনারাই কানেক্টরটা ফোন চলে আসছেন হারবার মাথার ভিতরে ভিতরে ব্যাগটা ট্যাগ করো বাইরে ট্যাগ করো বাইরে আসছে না অন্য সাদা দেখা নেই
আরে ভাই সিপিইউ ওভারলোডেড আমার দিয়ে হইতো না
ইমু ইমু ভাই এটা কি ঠিক আছে রেজুলেশন এটা দিছে এখন 916 না হারিয়ে গেছে চলেন আমরা পিছনে আসি
হ্যাঁ এই ডিসপ্লে আরে ক্যামেরা আমার কাছে দিয়ে শামিম সবাই দিকে দিয়েছে ওদিকে এমনি শামিমের কাছে দেখা কোথাও না এই শামিম
এমনি সাবস্ক্রাইব
এটা নিয়ে তুমি যাও
বলেন
তুমি ওনাদের পিছনে মডেম নিয়ে মোবাইল নিয়ে থাকবা তো হ্যাঙ্গার রে
বুঝা গেল এখানে একটা রিলোড দিতে পারো না
উপর থেকে এটা ট্যাব রিলোড
এই যে ট্যাব রিলোড টান দিলে দেখবে রিলোড দিবে লিভ দিবা যাও
একটা মাঠ আমাদের তো
দিয়ে দিলাম।
স্যার এটা আমাদের গ্রুপের পেজ থেকে লাগে স্যার, তুমি সামনে যাও। Yes. 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 Right. ওইখান থেকে দেখে করুন তাহলে একটু সুবিধা হয়। ভেতরে গেলে হবে। This was like sir, sir উপরে লেখাটা জি স্যার স্যার আমাদের ইউটিউব লাইভ স্যার, আমাদের ফকির গ্রুপের ইউটিউব লাইভ। স্যার এটাই লাইভে যাবে স্যার, ইউটিউবে। স্যার ওই যে স্যার মিসিং, স্যার আপনি সব জায়গায় মিসিং স্যার। স্যার এখন ওই যে দেখাইতেছি স্যার। স্যার স্যার এদিকে আসুন নাকি ওইদিকে দিব স্যার? স্যার স্যার দাঁড়ান স্যার। হ্যাং হইতেছে কেন? হ্যাং
laboratories to ensure quality through physical and chemical testing for garments and fabrics. FKL also boasts the largest green ETB and STB in Bangladesh. We are also focusing more on renewable energy sources. Currently, the group has its own 8,000 cubic meter, 100% biological effluent treatment plant. FKL has taken sustainable initiatives to increase green footsteps and limit carbon emissions for a greener, healthier nature and habitat. In this mission, FKL has adopted several advanced green technologies, such as captive power systems, exhaust and hot water chiller systems, solar power systems, sewage treatment plants, and many more. FKL's effort for ethical and sustainable production has earned the group numerous prestigious recognitions and certifications. FKL ensures better working conditions and the highest level of compliance. The group believes in the growth of the workforce and surrounding communities. It is reflected in FKL's various CSR undertakings. Fakir Eco-Networks Limited, FKL Spinning Limited, digital printing, and all-over printing facilities are the new endeavors of FKL. FKL this principle, FKL can proudly say we redefine knitwear around the globe.
One drop at a time. Our dye machines are engineered from the existing soil. The world where resources are precious, but for our needs and are addressed. One drop at a time. Our dye machines are engineered for sustainability. The existing soil next generation recycle water and new laws of energy, reducing our carbon footprint without compromising ultra-filtration and reverse osmosis to reclaim water, ensuring healthy rainwater isn't lost, it's leveraged. With 150,000 gallon capacity, the system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water for dyeing since 2021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over ETB free space of 42,000 square feet and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives everything. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaust chiller systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT, 550 RT of cooling capacity. And when it comes to water, nothing is left behind. Our SGB recycles 800 cubic meters daily. While our biological ETB are largest processing 80,000 cubic meters melting oceans. Rainwater is a box of its leverage. With 150,000 gallon capacity, the system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water per time since 2021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over ETP free space of 42,000 square feet and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives every system. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaust chiller systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT and 550 RT of cooling capacity. When it comes to water, nothing is our SGB recycles 800 cubic meters daily for toilets and garbage, while our biological heating is the largest office processing 8,000 cubic meters a day, ensuring every drop is treated, reused responsibly. From water to energy, FAO approach and sustainability and industry can thrive together. In a world where resources are precious, FKL leads the innovation, from grids and work, one drop at a time. Our diamond shields are engineered for sustainability. The existing syllabus models and next generation upgrades to complete recycled water and minimize energy, reducing our carbon footprint without compromising quality. Partnering with Fakir, our SAP designer employs ultrafiltration and reverse osmosis to reclaim water, ensuring rainwater isn't lost. With 150,000 gallon capacity, the system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water per time since 2021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over ETP free space of 42,000 square feet and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives everything. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaust chiller systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT and 550 RT of cooling capacity. And when it comes to water, nothing is left behind. Our SGB recycles 800 cubic meters daily for toilets and garbage, while our biological ETP, the largest of its kind, processes 8,000 cubic meters a day, ensuring every drop is treated, reused. From water to energy, FKL proves that sustainability and industry can thrive together. In a world where resources
our dedication to quality, safety, and sustainability is reflected in our certifications and global compliance standards, each a testament to our world-class practice. We would love to hear from you. Visit us at Rupachna and watch our Get in Touch via phone, email, or our website at fpspinning.com.
In a world where resources are precious, are waste and work, one drop at a time. Our dyeing machines are engineered for sustainability. The existing syllabus models and next generation upgrades become recycled water. Partnering with our SMU employs ultrafiltration and reverse osmosis to reclaim water, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Rainwater is lost with 150,000 gallon capacity. The system has provided thousands of liters of water for 60,021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over ETP free space of 42,000 square feet, and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives efficiency. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaustion systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 550 RT of cooling capacity.
লোকজন তো আরো আছে, শুধু কয়েকটা ম্যাডাম আর খাওয়ান নাই, এছাড়া আরো লোক আছে।
Our SPV recycles 800 cubic meters daily for toilets and towels, while our large PPP, the largest office processing 8,000 cubic meters, ensuring every drop is treated responsibly. From water to energy, FKL proves that sustainability and industry thrive together. In a world where resources are precious, FKL leads innovation on waste and work, one drop at a time. Our dyeing machines are engineered for sustainability. The existing syllabus models and next generation upgrades recycle water and minimize energy, reducing our carbon footprint without compromising quality. The system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water for dyeing 60,021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over ETP free space of 42,000 square feet, and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives efficiency. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaustion systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT, 550 RT of cooling capacity. And when it comes to water, the SGP recycles 800 cubic meters daily of fluids and others, while our biological largest processing 8,000 cubic meters a day, ensuring every drop is treated and reused responsibly. From water to energy, FKL proves that sustainability and industry can thrive together. In a world where resources are precious, FKL leads the innovation, turning waste into wealth, one drop at a time. Our time machines are engineered for sustainability. The existing solid models and next generation upgrades will heat, recycle water, and minimize pollution, reducing our carbon footprint without compromising quality. The system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water for Ghana since 2021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over EPP free space of 42,000 square feet and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives efficiency. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaust chiller systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT and 550 RT of cooling capacity. And when it comes to water, nothing is left behind. Our SGB recycles 800 cubic meters daily for toilets and cupboards, while our biological CCP largest office processing 8,000 cubic meters a day, ensuring every drop is treated and reused responsibly. From water to energy, FKL proves that sustainability and industry can thrive together. In a world where resources are precious, FKL leads the innovation, turning waste into wealth, one drop at a time. Our dyeing machines are engineered for sustainability. The existing solid models and next generation upgrades will heat, recycle water, and minimize energy, reducing our carbon footprint without compromising quality. Our SAP plant employs ultrafiltration and inverse osmosis to reclaim water, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Rainwater isn't lost, it's liberated. With 150,000 gallon capacity, the system has provided 12,000 cubic meters of water for damage since 2021, easing pressure on freshwater sources. Currently running 409 kilowatt hours over EPP free space of 42,000 square feet and 2 megawatt solar installation is already running. Efficiency drives every system. Our advanced hot water chiller and generator exhaust chiller systems save 165 cubic meters of natural gas per hour, delivering 785 RT and 550 RT of cooling capacity. And when it comes to water, nothing is left behind. Our SGV recycles 800 cubic meters daily for toilets and gardens. While our biological PPE, the largest of its kind, processing 8,000 cubic meters a day, ensuring every drop is treated, reused, and responsible. From water to energy, FKL improves, and sustainability and industry can thrive together. In a world where resources are precious, FKL leads the innovation. On this, one thought. Machines are engineered for sustainability. Existing surplus models and next-generation technologies recycle water and minimize energy, reducing our carbon footprint without minimizing
আমি দেখবো না ওই যে তোমার দেখা লাগবে না রোড হয়ে যাবে কাটছে কাটছে কাটছে